I'm Christopher Zweig, and this week on CJ at the Movies, I review the new vampire movie, The Last Voyage of the Demeter with Corey Hawkins, the latest Gal Gadot vehicle on Netflix, Heart of Stone, the raunchy comedy with dogs called Strays with the voices of Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx, and the latest DC movie, Blue Beetle. Let's take a look. Our first movie is The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is yet another recent vampire movie that sucks, pun intended. It's supposed to be an origin story of the infamous vampire known as Dracula, but it's not exactly the movie Dracula with Bela Lugosi or Renfield with Nicholas Hoult. It's too bland to be scary and too long to be haunting. The bright spots of the film are the production designs of the ship known as the Demeter and Corey Hawkins' performance as a black doctor in 1895, traveling on the ship from Bulgaria to London. It's carrying some crates, one of them features something unholy.
Something ripped apart the animals.
All the livestock?
This looks like a bite.
Search the ship. Everywhere. Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
The Last Voyage of the Demeter is based on the captain's log from Bram Stoker's Dracula and is directed by Andre Overdahl, who also made Scary Stories We Tell in the Dark. He's a filmmaker who can specialize in the horror genre, but he doesn't give this Dracula tale a devilish spin. He just relies on darkness, storms, standard characters, and a certain door scene that wants to echo The Shining. It has the right leading man to deal with this monster, and that would happen to be Hawkins, but it acts like a flat alien wannabe on the ship. Next up we have Heart of Stone, the latest Gal Gadot vehicle on Netflix, and while I have my reservations against it in terms of its convoluted story, I did like it as a guilty pleasure. Gadot plays a double agent from a secret agency known as the Charter. She joins the MI6 to keep a weapon out of the hands of a villain. This weapon, known as the Heart, can control anything in its path and has access to everything. It can also cause a lot of destruction, and this belongs to the Charter.
The heart is what gives the Charter its power. It can crash a market or drop a plane out of the sky. If you own the heart, you own the world.
But when Gadot's cover gets blown, she is now faced with two adversaries, Jamie Dornan as the MI6's wolf in sheep's clothing, and Ali Bad as a young hacker who is slightly less evil than Dornan is.
Our systems are offline.
We've lost the heart.
And now you answer to me.
I need to shut it all down.
Showtime!
Now I know what you're asking, why am I praising an action film that doesn't have a good story after dealing with the formulaic noises of Transformers Rise of the Beast? Because there has to be someone who isn't made out of CGI effects and who can break free from our usual roles, and Gadot is that lady. I'll take Heart of Stone over Red Notice, and I'll certainly take it over The Outlaws. I know she didn't star in it, but Adam Devine could learn a thing or two from her. Our next movie is Strays, the latest raunchy comedy which uses dogs as the latest subject in a series of R-rated parodies of kids' movies, but it's a real missed opportunity, one that features the same old stomach-churning gags about vomit-eating, defecating, and relies on the obligatory F-bombs for comedy gold. Will Ferrell voices Reggie, a carefree dog who can't take the hint that his owner Doug, played by Will Forte, is a cold-hearted bum who constantly tries to get rid of him. When the jerk finally ditches the dog, Reggie comes across a stray named Bug, voiced by Jamie Foxx, who shows him the joys of being free.
I recently this couch.
Best sex of my life.
And she dirty too.
Oh, well, I can tell. Looks like she hasn't been washed in years.
I'll see you later, baby.
It was nice to meet you.
Randall Park and Isla Fisher voice Bug's friends Hunter and Daisy. One of them is a therapy dog for a retirement home, and the other is overshadowed by a new puppy.
I'm not jealous or worried or angry or depressed or confused or fuming or unhinged at all.
Yeah, you seem totally fine.
And now that Jen is spending so much time with Bella, it's given me a chance to do a little self-care. Like I've been going into the digging, I really like the feeling of the soil under my nails. I'm just like out in the fresh air again. I'm just really connecting to the land. You know, I'm learning I love digging. I love digging! I love it! I love to dig!
Reggie finally gets the message about Doug hating him, so he decides to return to him, only to bite off his genitals. How original.
And he needs to pay for what he did with the only thing he truly loves. I'm gonna bite his dick off.
Strays tries to show off his sweet side when the dogs help out a lost Girl Scout, and they're all well trained, but the humor in tow never really amounts to anything. The most predictable gag is when the dogs get high on mushrooms and they think they're chewing some stuffed carnival prize rabbits, only to find out they slaughtered a real family of them. Director Josh Greenbaum and producers Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are all inspired comedy filmmakers, but here they resort to the most obvious gags. Half of them are gross, and the others curse too much. So, skip it. And our last movie is Blue Beetle, the latest DC movie that I'm 50-50 on, meaning 50% of it works while the other half doesn't. We meet Jaimes Ramis, played by Xolo Mariduena from NBC's Parenthood, who returns home in the Florida Keys from college, only to find out his family is on the verge of losing their home and auto shop. He's willing to look for any job to support him and finds himself with a job opportunity. However, he now holds a weapon, a Blue Beetle which chooses him to be a fighting machine.
What the hell is that?
How did you get it to do that?
I think he likes me.
Jaime.
What the?
Host acquired.
Who said that? Okay, it's gonna be okay!
The movie's cast also includes George Lopez as his conspiracy theorist Uncle Rudy, Bruno Marquezine as his love interest Jenny, and Susan Sarandon as her evil aunt, who runs a weapons company that covets that beetle, which is known as the Scarab. I like the way Blue Beetle expresses its love for Latino culture, and it has its heart in the right place regarding family and how adapting to such an exoskeleton armor can be shocking, but the movie loses the enjoyment with all the special effects, lame villain, and third act that kind of rips off MCU's Iron Man. There are some nice qualities, but it's more of a backup plan if a better movie sells out. Okay, recapping the new movies I reviewed this week: thumbs down for The Last Voyage of the Demeter, thumbs up for Heart of Stone, thumbs down for Strays, and thumbs down for Blue Beetle. Well, those are the movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies. For more amazing content, please like and subscribe to my channels, and please read my reviews at cjatthemovies.com and download the new HD Radio app.